let's do away with making content creators feel bad for creating content for views. It's like somebody's going to work and you want to make them feel bad for the fact that they're getting paid every month for the job that they're doing. Yes, you are a doctor because you are passionate about being a doctor, but if you are not getting paid for being a doctor, you are not going to be a doctor, Bazalwan. You understand? So we should not make content creators feel bad for creating content for views and money. Let's leave it in 2024. Ne? Your request for me to take down the video or put it on private for now, I will definitely do that. I will respect you. It hurts me, like I said, even when we were speaking on the phone, that for the first time, I'm hearing somebody saying something which is out of character for me, which is not caring for women, which is putting money first and not the well-being of our guest. For me to even start the initiative, I did not do it. It was never because I wanted financial gain. It is because I'm for women. And by me just being myself, I'm an activist. I care about women and their well-being and children. The initiative, I did not kill him, was never for financial gain, but it was just to push an awareness. The initiative, I did not kill him, was never for financial gain, but it was just to push an awareness. The initiative, I did not kill him, was never for financial gain, but it was just to push an awareness to say women are also in a position where they are cornered to kill, but they choose not to. I hope you are well. I did put the video on unlisted so that people don't come and just watch it as they please. But I had to bear in mind of the fact that if I put it on private completely, it would be a loss for me, because I think if maybe we can sit down, you and I, and calculate the funds that had to go into making of the video, I think it only makes logical sense that I at least get the funds back. So it being unlisted simply means that at least whatever that has already been viewed, YouTube can reimburse me, you see. So if we check at the funds which went into making of the video, from the 2,500 that I sent you for petrol, and also the 2 hours of studio time, which is like 1,000 per hour, which is 2,000. But also because they opened on a holiday, I had to pay an extra 1,000 for every episode that I did. So yours, because specifically you asked for 2 hours, I had to pay 3,000 for your video, and also for me to even get to the studio. So all in all, we are looking at roughly plus or minus 6,000 to 10,000 that I've already lost in making of the video. So I think it only makes logical sense and it's fair that in me not, because I do understand that your main concern when it comes to the video, your video being aired, besides you wanting attention and you wanting me to check on you, it's the fact that it's more like I'm making money out of the video, which for me, it's not a fair thing to say, because I do believe that I have other videos that I've made in the past which I've made money out of. And also besides that, at the end of the day, regardless of whether we are trying to help the people or raise an awareness, which is what you said you were sharing your story for, at the end of the day, there has to be some money, because it takes money to make money. There has to be some money that is made out of it. But at this point, even though we had spoken and I had said to you that the reason why I wanted you to share your story is because of the hashtag that you had joined. It is no longer about that anymore. It's no longer about, because when you said I should take down the video, that your reasons for me to take down the videos had nothing to do with the initial reason why you agreed to come to the studio. You understand? So at this point, I feel like maybe we can just reach an agreement to say maybe the views that I've already gotten from the video will be enough to reimburse me. Or maybe then we can reach an agreement, you can be the one that compensates me, because I know there's a lot of things that we skipped, and also the one thing that we also skipped was the fact that should you want your video to be taken down for whatever reason, you still have to reimburse me for the losses that I incurred. Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. Do make sure that you are subscribed to this channel and also do like the video. So listen, you guys, I'm coming back soon, okay? A few days and then you'll be seeing my face.
Listen, let's talk about what's happening with Madam Speaker and Cylia Motsweneng. This is after the interview that Cylia did with Madam Speaker, and things have been going on in the background as far as the making of that video. Okay. Now, you guys, if you've been on my channel for some time, you will know that this is not the first time that I do a video that talks about Madam Speaker. I once mentioned her in one video that I was doing about Nota Baloyi and the R case. Did she not get all loud over there on TikTok about what I said? But she had not even listened to what I had said, honey. Anyway, you guys, on that video, basically, I was just saying that because a lot of people had said they were shocked about the position that Madam Speaker had taken when it came to Nota Baloyi, some people were feeling like she is supporting Nota Baloyi, and they were shocked by it because she has always been that person that is for the women, for the children, and the hunger in Ethiopia, if you know what I mean. Okay, so people were shocked by the fact that she had taken the stance that they felt she was taking. So I had come on a video and said, but you guys, other people I am shocked by, but I'm not shocked by Madam Speaker because I always feel like she contradicts herself. At the time, you guys, it was just my view. I said, listen, I watch her content, but I don't follow her religiously like that because I find her to contradict herself a lot. Okay. And Lord, did they come for me, you know? And I was like, listen, I said what I said because what I said was not, it wasn't that I meant any harm. I was just expressing because I do run a commentary channel, and my commentary on that issue was that I feel like she contradicts herself. Okay. Now, here is the story. I'm going to explain to you what happened. And if you think, you guys, I'm lying, I'm going to put here the voice recordings that will explain the whole thing. So Cylia Motsweneng, you guys, is actually a YouTuber, but mostly she is on Facebook and TikTok because she had some issues with her channel here. But before she sort of left YouTube, she had already told this story of her and her daughter and the man that she was married to who actually AB'd her daughter. Okay, so that story was already here in the internet. You can find it on her channel. She has done quite a few interviews, you guys. There's an interview she did with Ricky also about the church situation. She had been on Moja Love. So if you wanted to know Cylia's story, it was here on the internet. The only thing that revived it now was the whole hashtag I did not kill him. Okay, because Cylia decided to participate in that hashtag, and of course that story got a lot of people interested in hearing more from her. Okay, and Madam Speaker approached Cylia and asked for an interview. This is in December, you guys, when all of us are at home and we don't really want to go anywhere because we don't want to be counted as one of those people in those horrible accidents. So we would rather stay at home. So when Madam approached Cylia about doing the interview, Cylia says that she did express that she would rather do the interview virtual. She did not mind telling the story, but she would rather do it online because she would prefer not to drive during the holidays. Madam Speaker had said, listen, I want the video to be more impactful, and also I don't do virtual interviews on my channel. We usually do the sit downs. So if I give you petrol money, would you come? Okay, so Cylia ended up agreeing to go and doing the interview with Madam Speaker. And she did the interview, guys. As you all know, that the interview was posted. And the issues that Cylia is having now is not really what happened during the interview, but it's how she was treated when she arrived in Johannesburg for the interview. Okay, now you guys, I'm sure a lot of people that follow Madam Speaker, of course, you are going to expect that because she presents that thing of being a person that supports women. We are telling these stories so that we can make a difference. You are going to expect that when you finally meet her, that is the same energy you are going to get from her. Cylia did not feel that way, okay? In fact, you guys, there wasn't even a snack offered, okay? So Madam Speaker actually sent her 2,500 rand because Cylia actually had to drive all the way from Limpopo to come to Johannesburg to do the interview. She arrives in Johannesburg. When she arrives, you guys, there wasn't much communication between her and Madam Speaker, except that they did the interview and that was it. There was no communication after that. She felt that after she did the interview, Madam Speaker didn't care to even have any type of communication with her. She just did an emotional interview, but there wasn't even a message to say, have you arrived at home? Because she knew she had a long drive after the interview. There was nothing like that. There was no checking on her. In fact, she didn't even get the copy of the interview before it was posted. She actually was alerted by people to say, Aibo, Cylia, you did an interview. Say, post your interview without her being told that the interview was going to be released, and also just seeing the final cut because she felt like she needed to at least see what was on the final cut. She also felt that after they did the interview, Madam Speaker did ignore her because there were things that she wanted to talk to her about. She said that she did attempt to talk to her about the fact that she has evidence that she wanted to send to Madam Speaker so that when the video is edited, those things can be added on the video. But she didn't get a chance to talk to Madam Speaker because after the interview was done, it was like, listen, I just needed you for the interview. Now it's done. We're moving on to the next. She does mention that there were 3 interviews that Madam Speaker was doing that day. So she wasn't the only one that was interviewed, but she was the last one that was interviewed that day. So being somebody that follows a Madam Speaker, she actually felt disappointed, not exactly by the interview, but by the way that she was treated. Now, you guys, mind you, Cylia has done interviews. She has done SABC interviews, Moja Love interviews. So this is not something that was new to her. So she knows, she has an idea of how people are treated when they do such interviews, especially because this is an emotional story. There was no gain actually for Cylia to do this story on Madam Speaker's channel because the story was already out there. I know Cylia because I came across her telling the story of how she left the church and what happened to her child. So there was no gain for her to actually retell the story because it was already on the internet. And also she had already done the hashtag on her TikTok. So the person that was going to gain the most from the story being told again is Madam Speaker. So you would think that the guest would be treated with respect, but Cylia feels like that wasn't the case. So after she felt like after she had arrived at home and still Madam Speaker was sending nothing, instead she was just going on as if nothing had happened, she felt uncomfortable with the video being up on Madam Speaker's channel. So she approached Madam Speaker to say, can you please take down the video because I feel like I wasn't treated right. Listen, you guys, I'm going to put the recordings in here so that you hear for yourself how she explains the issues that she had with the interviews and why she wanted the interview or the video to be taken down from Madam Speaker's channel. Listen, you guys, like I said, the story was already told. So the issues that Cylia has is the issues of how she was treated in the premises by the person that was going to interview her and after she had been interviewed. So she felt like every time she looked at the video, she was having negative feelings about it because she wasn't treated right. And that's not what she wants as far as that story is concerned. So she ended up feeling like it wasn't the right platform for her to share her story in Madam Speaker's channel. So that is when she sent a message to Madam Speaker telling her what had happened and what her feelings were and why she wanted the video down. So initially, Madam Speaker sent a voice note, which I'm also going to put in here, where she apologized and said, listen, if you want the video to be privatized, I will privatize it. So for those who don't know, you guys, privatizing a video means that people are not going to be able to watch it at all. But enlisting it means that if a person already has a link, they can watch it. And also they can share that link and then other people can watch it. Even though when you go on Madam Speaker's channel, you don't see the video. But if you can get hold of the link, you can still see the video. So Madam Speaker enlisted the video, didn't make it private like she had promised. And now she has decided to actually go back to publicizing the video. So the video right now is public, okay? So now Yes, you guys, we do what we do for money. I always say that, people always come for us, gossipers, and you're making money on people's misery. But the truth is, we are doing the same thing over here on YouTube. Okay, the podcasters sometimes be acting like they're doing something a little bit more important than what we are doing, but that is not the case. We're all here to make money. But the question for me is, if you are all about women and children and the hunger in Ethiopia, why would you want to have a video on your channel of somebody that you claim to care about when they are saying that they are not comfortable with that video being up on your channel? Okay, we say it's not about money, but maybe we need to admit that it is about money. So the video that I played for you in the beginning of this video was Madam Speaker basically doing damage control, because after she communicated with Cylia, and Cylia expressed that she was still uncomfortable with the video, people having access to the video, Madam Speaker decided that she was just going to publish the video because she needed the money from the video. So the video that she's making to say that people must stop acting like it's wrong for creators to work for views, that's because she had made a decision that regardless of what Cylia wished for, she was still going to publish the video. Listen, you guys, I've talked too much. So here are the recordings. You can just listen for yourself and judge for yourself. Or you can just listen and don't judge. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please like it before Pumegona. Share it with your friends, with your family, and even with strangers.
I'm disappointed that we recorded, we were done. Immediately we were done. It's like you just snapped out of it. I wanted to talk to you about something, but it's like you were no longer willing to listen. Already you were on your call. You didn't even say, let me take this call, I'll hear what you say. And I decided not to, even because I could see that, no, you're already switched out to that point. It's fine. Then I thought maybe you would check the person that has traveled through your request during this busy season, that there are accidents and everything on the road, which was part of the reason why I didn't want to travel, because this is not a safe time to be traveling, as we know, because there are so many accidents on the road. I would expect a person that would have traveled just for you, for your convenience, when they return, when they leave there, you check if they traveled safely. You did not do that. Fine. Then I would also expect you to check the person that got emotional, because I think our conversation have revoked the emotions so much. You may have noticed that yourself, just to check if the person is now okay, because talking about such deep stuff is very, very emotionally taxing, and you should, if you are, it's just humane to check on the person, if where they are emotionally and how safe they were, because you know that they traveled just for you. Okay, you did not. This happened on the 30th. Today, as we speak, is the 2nd of January. Nothing. No, any form of communication from you. It's fine, maybe you're busy, but you're not busy enough to upload the TikTok updates, not busy enough to upload even the video itself. I know you don't do the editing yourself, but it would have been so noble of you, before you air, to say, we're going to air at this time, and here is a link. When you do those short clips, it would have been so nice for you to say, okay, here's the link to. That's how people do things. I've been to countless interviews. This is the very first time I have been at an an interview with a person, that gives me an idea that they are just looking at the coins. They're just looking at the monetization and nothing else. Like, I don't want to lie. I'm hurt. I'm hurt afresh because I don't understand what game is this, because I really respected you. For me to accept and honor your invitation, it was because I believed all this time that you really do care about women and you also do care about your guests. That was my thing. Now to see that things are not like that, it's very disappointing for me. Moreover, because remember you did two recordings right in front of me. There was a woman that recorded first. That lady, I forgot her name. She needed help, and her help that she needed was fast. You even said to her after recording that you are gonna fast track her video so that it can be posted, so that she can get people that can help, so that by the schools, when they reopen next week, maybe there would have been people to help her. So in my mind, that was the story that you're gonna start with, so that that woman can get help as you have promised, because you had promised her that you were gonna ensure that a story gets out very fast. No, instead, we went for my story. We went for the last recorded story. And you know why? Because you feel like this is more sensational than any other. Therefore, this one needed to be first because you wanted money. You were just counting on the money that you're gonna make out of my story. And look, I'm an adult. I am a content creator myself. I know how important money is to all of us, particularly when it was stories. But to be humane about it is part of what it should be. I thought your aim, as much as we know, you have a right to make money out of the stories that people bring you. But your ultimate aim is to empower women. Your ultimate aim is to create awareness. I thought we have the same goal, but I'm seeing that no, it was not that. So I am so disappointed in you. It's always disappointing to be disappointed by the person that you love. It's extra disappointing. I really did. I'm still loving you. I'm just disappointed. It's not like I don't love you anymore, but I love your content. I watch your content. I may not contribute and comment every day, but there is no video of you that I do not watch. Another thing that hurt me most is that I had to find from the people, from my followers, that you have shared our picture on Facebook, which is not a crime at all. It's okay. But how about you send some of the pictures to me as well? You don't send any pictures that we took there to me directly. You just post. I have to, I now I must download them there. I must ask you. Oh, my sister, will do job. But then it's fine. Can we please take down my video? I'm sorry to request you, this of you, but this is how I feel. I don't sell my story. I don't want money from you in any way. This is not even an emotional blackmail. Don't take it for that. I don't want anything. I just want us to part ways nicely. Please take down my video, please. I'm sure you have noticed, if you have checked my pages, or maybe you did not even check because maybe you don't care, I don't know. But I have not even shared anything. I have not even commented on the video itself. Even on TikTok, I did not comment on anything. It's because I'm hurt. I did not even share it on my wall. I could have. It's because I am in disbelief. How can you post it like that without even confirming with me to check that, okay, that, like, I've never seen what you're doing. I have never seen. I've been to many interviews, even on TV. They will tell you, they'll even give you a clip, even if it's not the whole thing, because it's difficult to send a 2-hour something interview on the phone. I know that. But maybe a link before premiere, you could have. Like, imagine you're sitting, boom, you get a notification, your video is there. It's like now I am an outsider watching my life just for through. I'm disappointed, my sister. Not even a picture you sent me, not even a hello, not even nothing. No, so I am just this person that was there just for your monetization of my pain. Sorry, dear. Please take down my video. Thank you.
My sister, good morning. As I had promised that I would also respond to your voice note with a voice note just for record keeping. This is it. First of all, I just want to apologize for not meeting your expectations in terms of me checking up on you, especially after I'm the one who convinced you to come to the studios and even maybe gave you the full tank money to come to the studio, which is nothing new for us. It's something that every time when I interview someone who's coming from far, I give them petrol money. I want to apologize for not meeting your expectations. Your expectations are not unrealistic expectations. Your expectations are actually how we usually handle people matters. I want to apologize for not being the person who checks up on you, or and also how you are dealing with everything that has happened. Because, like I said, that also with me, I am exhausted. I did mention to you that during the 3 interviews that were recorded, I was literally there physically, but because I had nothing left to give, I am emotionally drained for the year. I needed some time away. So even when we were recording, I wanted us to finish so that I can go and find myself. Unfortunately, during this whole time of me being emotionally exhausted and just wanting time to myself to cross over and just discharge and leave all the burdens of the stories that I've had behind with 2024 and start afresh 2025. Amidst of me trying to achieve that, I messed up. Messed up in a sense, Yaori, I did not check up on you. I did not check out how did you go. And also I did not prepare you that the episode is going to be aired. I usually have people who do this thing for me, who are the ones that handle the bookings. They share the thumbnails and the airing and everything with our guest immediately after. But your case is a special one because I'm the one that approached you myself. I'm the one that handled everything myself. When I should have let my admin team handle it, I think they would have handled it better because they were still going to be able to check up on you, even if I'm not in a position to check up on you. I had emotionally checked out already by the time we were doing those 3 interviews, even though yours was so painful to a point where I was even crying, but I had already emotionally checked out by the time we did those 3 interviews because I'm exhausted. I want to apologize for not meeting your expectations, which are, like I'm saying, realistic expectations. Your request for me to take down the video or put it on private for now, I will definitely do that. I will respect you. It hurts me, like I said, even when we're speaking on the phone, that for the first time, I'm hearing somebody saying something which is out of character for me, which is not caring for women, which is putting money first and not the well-being of our guest. For me to even start the initiative, I did not do it. It was never because I wanted financial gain. It is because I'm for women. And by me just being myself, I'm an activist. I care about women and their well-being and children. The initiative I did not kill him was never for financial gain, but it was just to push an awareness to say women are also in a position where they are cornered to kill, but they choose not to. If anything that has happened over the past 2-3 days has misrepresented what I stand for in your eyes, I apologize. And I take this with open arms, that it's going to be a lesson that even with other people in the future, I should take more precaution and be more compassionate. I will do better for other people. And then I pray that even with you going forward, there can still be a room for me to be there and be myself, my normal self, after all of this load that I've been carrying has come to an end. I apologize profusely for not meeting your standards and not being myself. I cannot apologize enough. And thank you so much for taking your time to come. Thank you so much for sharing your story with us. And I'm still hoping that even after you have shared, we're still going to be able to get justice and we're still going to be able to get help. I'm hoping that the conversations, even though I'm going to put the video on private, I'm hoping that the conversations will continue in other platforms and we're still going to be able to get some sort of help. If anything else that you need, please do let me know. I apologize from the bottom of my heart. I apologize for not meeting your expectations and not being myself. My sister, good morning. I hope you are well. I did put the video on unlisted so that people don't come and just watch it as they please. But I had to bear in mind of the fact that if I put it on private completely, it would be a loss for me, because I think if maybe we can sit down, you and I, and calculate the funds that had to go into making of the video, I think it only makes logical sense that I at least get the funds back. So it being unlisted simply means that at least whatever that has already been viewed, YouTube can reimburse me, you see. So if we check at the funds which went into making of the video, from the 2,500 that I sent you for petrol, and also the 2 hours of studio time, which is like 1,000 per hour, which is 2,000. But also because they opened on a holiday, I had to pay an extra 1,000 for every episode that I did. So yours, because specifically you asked for 2 hours, I had to pay 3,000 for your video, and also for me to even get to the studio. So all in all, we are looking at roughly plus or minus 6,000 to 10,000 that I've already lost in making of the video. So I think it only makes logical sense and it's fair that in me not, because I do understand that your main concern when it comes to the video, your video being aired, besides you wanting attention and you wanting me to check on you, it's the fact that it's more like I'm making money out of the video, which for me, it's not a fair thing to say, because I do believe that I have other videos that I've made in the past which I've made money out of. And also besides that, at the end of the day, regardless of whether we are trying to help the people or raise an awareness, which is what you said you were sharing your story for, at the end of the day, there has to be some money, because it takes money to make money. There has to be some money that is made out of it. But at this point, even though we had spoken and I had said to you that the reason why I wanted you to share your story is because of the hashtag that you had joined. It is no longer about that anymore. It's no longer about, because when you said I should take down the video, that your reasons for me to take down the videos had nothing to do with the initial reason why you agreed to come to the studio. You understand? So at this point, I feel like maybe we can just reach an agreement to say maybe the views that I've already gotten from the video will be enough to reimburse me. Or maybe then we can reach an agreement, you can be the one that compensates me, because I know there's a lot of things that we skipped, and also the one thing that we also skipped was the fact that should you want your video to be taken down for whatever reason, you still have to reimburse me for the losses that I incurred, But because we have not agreed on anything like that, that's why I didn't even see the need to bring it up. But if we were to be realistic with each other, it takes money to make money. I don't have money just to post a video, and when people are not happy with their expectations, then I must just take it down and work on a loss like that, in as much as it's an awareness and people were positive about learning from what you decided to share. For me, I still feel like if I can't get anything, then the little that I've already gotten from the views should be enough to reimburse me, even if it's not going to be enough. It's not going to cover everything that I've already lost. And also another thing I think that I had missed yesterday was the fact that for me, I felt like it was more for me to bear than you when it comes to just taking in everything that happened during that episode, because of the fact that the story had been shared so many times. So on my channel, it was really not an exclusive per se, because you had already shared the story so many times. But understanding your emotions when you said that the only reason why you want me to take down the video is because you were disappointed by the fact that I did not check on you. I had to be, I don't know whether I should say the bigger person, or I had to humble myself more to try and be understanding of your emotions, because I have no idea what you are going through, as a person. Also, every time when you share your story, what happens to you, I do not know. So I had to respect that. But also at the same time, I don't think we need to shy away from the fact that it took money, for me to make this video. And at the same time, I think maybe if we can reach an agreement of how the money can be reimbursed, then maybe we can also take it down the way that you want it to be taken down, so that nobody works at a loss.
Perseverance way. What's wrong, market? So you're the only one that lost. You don't think about my loss, because I'm also a content creator. And I'm also a math teacher. Do you know that? I also work online. That's part of the reason why I didn't want to drive to Joburg. Yes, I didn't say that because I didn't feel like it was important if I have to share my story and educate people, which is what I'm doing for. This is what was the reason why I was sharing my story for. That is to educate women out there, to create awareness. I didn't care about my losses. Do you know that I'm earning money when I'm sitting down and on Facebook, just Facebook alone? And when I'm driving here, I drove that whole Monday. My people were in my inboxes, were in my WhatsApp, wanting to know where I am, because I didn't even see anything to anybody that I won't be available for the day. Do you know that I'm a gossip blogger that must sit and check the stories all the time and upload? And that's how I earn money. And I also have got slots where I teach people mathematics online. That's how I earn money. I don't do that. I was seriously reconsidering this to say, okay, maybe we can put it back, particularly after Ndibu had called. But right now, I don't want my video up there. Please take it down. We all lost here. You're not going to pay me. I'm not even going to ask you to pay me the money that I lost that Monday. Please, don't do that. Don't do that, my sister. Don't do that. Please. Let's not make this nasty. I'm begging you. Remove that. Remove my video. Put it down. You are just about money. I was right all along. Really, this means I was right all along, because really, what is this? everything you are proving, Jay, to be just about money. You don't care about people's feelings. Perseverance, these are our painful stories. These are things that happen to us, out of which we lost so much, and we are still losing so much out of them. Please don't do that. Don't monetize people's stories. Please, don't be about money. If you do this, do it passionately. If you are going to do this, please, I'm begging you, do it out of your love. Be passionate. If you don't have passion, please stop it. Just leave it, because really you are playing on sensitive ground. I've never seen anyone like this. I've been to so many interviews. I've never seen anyone that just cares about money like you do. That is why you could even slot the interviews, knowing very well you are out, you are out of. What did you say? I want to use your exact words. You said you were running dry. Like you were running on empty. That's exactly what you said. How did you slot those running on empty as well? Like, why did you do it? I would have understood if you had slotted that lady, the first one that you interviewed, because that was the urgent plea from a woman who needs help. Her video is still not up until now. I don't see it right up until now. And that woman needs help by next week because schools are opening. To show that you are just about money. That woman has pleaded. If you are really not about money, that woman's story will be up there. But my story, which is not urgent for anybody, it's up there. And you are running on empty, but you forced. Don't do that. Don't do that. Because if you're really running out of on empty, like you said, there was no need for you to slot those interviews that are emotionally draining, as you said. No, you just don't care. This is what this is about. You do not care. You just don't care. You just care about money. You just care about money. People are bleeding here. People are bleeding here. All you think about is money. You are disappointing me even more. Like my disappointment is just going higher and higher. How can a person, guys,